Well, the Houthis in Yemen have confirmed the death of the group's self-proclaimed prime minister in an Israeli airstrike earlier this week. Ahmed al-Rahawi and other senior officials were killed in the attack, which hit the rebel-held capital Sanaa during a government meeting. The Houthis have been launching attacks on Israel over the war in Gaza. Following the death of al-Rahawi, the group said the deputy prime minister would assume his role. And Israel's Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu today threatened further attacks on the Houthi leadership.
In a fatal blow, the IDF eliminated most of the Houthi government and other senior officials from the military echelon. I remind you that an entire coalition of countries acted against them, but we are doing what no one has done before us. And this is just the beginning of the blow to the senior officials in Sanaa. We will reach everyone.
I'd like to welcome Barar Shiban now, a Yemen analyst at the Royal United Services Institute. That's a defence and security think tank based in London. Welcome to you. Tell us, how much has this Israeli strike weakened the Houthis?
Well, thanks for having me. Actually, I don't think it has a big significant impact on the group. I've heard the comments by the Israeli Prime Minister, and one common mistake that you could say traditional armies do when fighting insurgencies, that they think or assume that they operate as a normal military. Rahawi, yes, was a prime minister for the Houthi government in Sanaa, but anyone who knows how the Houthis are structured, this is not, he's not a power broker. This is not where the power or influence happens to be. As a clear example, the Minister of Interior, who is Abdul Karim al-Houthi, he is the Houthi leader uncle, one of the main, you could say, people of power within the Houthi movement, wasn't in that meeting. It tells you that actually the people who have some power are afraid to be seen in public. They don't operate and have been hiding since the beginning of this confrontation with Israel. And actually even before that, when the United Kingdom and the United States started attacking Houthi bases and started launching airstrikes earlier last year. So there is a clear lack of intelligence. There is a clear lack of information that the Israelis have, and they assume by attacking such locations in Sanaa that they are weakening the Houthis. This is not how the Houthis operate. This is a heavily militarized and security structure. The individuals who have power, who have influence, will not be gathering in a public place like in the capital Sanaa, as we saw in the last few days.
You could imagine, though, that Israel would argue that it's managed to kill several high-ranking Houthi officials. What does this say about the security of the leadership?
You need to understand how the Houthi the Houthi as a movement operates. The people who have influence and power, this is a very militarized group. The people who have power will not be gathering in a public place like we saw happening in the last 2 days. They appointed the government, but the government does not have any power. Within the structure of the Houthis, they've appointed for each let's say a government body institute, one from the Houthi group who can supervise each government institute, because they have a lack of trust to the traditional government institutions inside Sanaa. So if you don't understand the Houthis, you assume by attacking Houthi officials, quote unquote, that you have weakened the group. But actually the Houthi structure is very well intact. What they're going to do is they're going to appoint from the technocrats of the Yemeni government a new government just to take in the place of the people who have been killed. But the structure itself, the military structure of the Houthis, is still there, and they are the people who receive weapons from Iran. They are the people who launch missiles, and they're the people who understand the military layout in the north, in the areas that they control inside Yemen.
So given what you've said, you're saying you don't expect anything like a power struggle to occur among the Houthi structures and leadership now?
No, not at all, because you have the Houthi leader is still very much alive. His very trusted advisors are still there, and the security structure that the Houthis have created are very much still intact. What you have targeted is the government, or you could say the technocratic side of the government in Sanaa, but they do not have any power. Anyone who have worked on Yemen, who understands how the Houthi operates, will tell you Ahmed al-Rahawi did not have any power. He's an insignificant official at best.
Okay. What kind of response should we expect from the Houthis towards Israel in the coming days, given the comment that we heard from Netanyahu earlier?
Well, the Houthis will try to use this as a way to galvanize the public. They'll try to mobilize public support that they're being attacked by Israel in their attempt, in solidarity with what's happening with the people in Gaza. So they will try to launch even further missiles. If they don't respond, they will appear weak in front of their supporters and in front of their base. So I expect they're going to launch even more missiles, because they want to appear that they are having some say in this, that they are participating to alleviate, to help with the fight that is happening between Israel and Hamas in Gaza.
That was Barar Shiban from the Royal United Services Institute speaking to us from London. Thank you so much.
Thank you.